Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about how persistence can help you raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. Of course, tell some friends. Give me the Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up, like, so I say, hey. And then, of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, in this video, we're going to talk about how persistence can help you, naturally raise your testosterone and human growth hormone, because that's what we're all about here in the BCC, where I can help you manifest the best, a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis. And of course, raise that testosterone and human growth hormone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor. I'm here to expand your mind and increase your size. So any serious inquiries, I can really help you out. I'm here for you. Now, without further ado, I'm here to tell you about persistence. And yes, if you've been following me the past couple days with my Halloween extravaganza, I'm back, and I was sleeping for probably about 15, 16 hours today, so I had myself a nice hibernation. And what it all comes down to doing is, sometimes your routine is a beautiful thing to just be able to appreciate. And it might be like boring to use like on that day to day or whatever, but when when you walk away from it for a minute, you start to realize just how beautiful it is, because there's moments where you almost feel robbed of your routine. And when you feel robbed of your routine, it's like when it's beyond you, you got to always remember that thing I told you in the last video, and that is you're doing something for the greater good. So no matter what, you always say, I am doing this for the greater good. And it always helps you get through a certain situation, because your routine's always going to be there to get you back to your manifestation. And it's all for your own growth. It's all for the greater good. And how this all correlates into, raising your testosterone and you're making your penis bigger. It's about, of course, you got to be able to have that clarity, being clear for growth is what I always say. If you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. I love to preach it. I love to say it, write it down. It's it's a true fact that just really correlates in my life, and it's something that can reflect into your life as well, because the universe is a mirror. And like I say, man, you keep this clear for the beauty to appear, doing the right things, and always feeling like you're doing something, for the greater cause. It's a beautiful thing. Now, that being said, there's going to be certain times where you're going to have to step back and be like, you know what, I got to do me today, all right? And of course, that might, some people have difficulty with that balance. And you're going to have to look within and understand, like, am I doing, like, is the greater good right now for me to go help this person or for me to go help myself? Because at the end of it all, like, you whatever you put in always comes out. So if you gotta go take care of you today, that's what you gotta do. If you feel like it's the right move to go help somebody else, then that's what you gotta do. But not everybody's supposed to be like a Mother Teresa or some type of saint out there, where you're just supposed to be doing, just something for somebody else every moment of the time. Sometimes doing something for you is essentially doing everything that you need to do. And when you're doing this, you're making the world a better place. And you got to be able to understand, like, if you're not able to fully commit to what you're doing, you're going to be spinning your wheels. So that's why you're always better off, focusing on you when you know that you can, take care of what you need to do. And that's why, like, I'm happy today. I'm just really grateful, because, like I always say, gratitude's the attitude. Every time that I wake up and I take that breath. I know I got a shot, and I want you to know that you got a shot too. If you're breathing, you're achieving. It's a beautiful thing, and that's what you got to do. You start the day with gratitude. It puts you into that right forward thinking motion to keep you going into the ocean of life, and it's going to keep flowing with delight, and that's what I'm going with tonight. Man, it was a beautiful rhyme. I love it when the universe just comes through me and my beautiful, ways of putting it out there for you to grab onto. And like I was saying, we're going with this whole gratitude of just being able to get back into my routine. It's more or less just, every day's, there's different things that you can do. But, just being able to get back to the gym and getting to you is a beautiful thing. You're going to learn along the way, like with your exercises and, things that you want to utilize, like, the edging, the super edging, the jelking, the Kegels, masturbation for manifestation, all these techniques which can be taught to you in greater details, in the BCC. I'm here for you. I can, definitely show you ways of incorporating your life to schedule it around, to you, because everybody's got a different flow to them, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. There's just only your way, and when you find the way, you're going to get out of your own way, and that's a beautiful thing. And you don't have to necessarily do all these steps to make, to make magic happen, because we are magic, we are divine. I want you to write that down, that I'm magic, I am divine. It's a beautiful thing. Get you going, get your blood flowing, get you pumped, get you growing. And that's what it's all about here in the BCC. It's about, jumping into collective beliefs about achieving growth and about understanding that we can make, we can make miracles happen. Because I'm open for a miracle, and I want you to be open for a miracle too. They all, just being a conduit of growth, being clear and understanding that we got beauty to appear, and we're making magic happen as we go, and just living and just being alive today is a beautiful gift. And you always got to give thanks and have that gratitude along the way. And what being persistent really means to me, more or less like how that correlates with your whole testosterone, human growth hormone, more or less having a routine and a diet and all these collective beliefs that help you achieve. They're going to tell you, you want to eat this type of food, you want to do this type of exercise, this, that, and the other. Whatever you find to develop you is your persistence into developing, your ultimate manifestation. And when you're using collective beliefs such as, like I'm, talking about like scientific part, like some people might really believe that deadlifts and all that like raise testosterone levels, and then other people might not be on that like level. And I'm one to say, like, I don't think you need a deadlift to raise testosterone. I do my own, my own flow. I mean, I feel like I create it all in here, man, because that's where it all starts from anyways. I mean, you gotta understand that we have the chakra system. And all this stuff is beyond this beautiful avatar, this beautiful body that we're in. And the light that's driving them is essentially what's creating all the magic anyways. And, like I said, you got that third eye rocking right there. You got the crown up there, and your penis is on the root. And that's where, they say is the, powerhouse for your testosterone and all that stuff that makes you a manly man, make you all huge. And that's something that, you need to be aware of. But like I'm saying, this whole flow of what we are is beyond the body. So you don't have to get lost into somebody's, way of you got to do this, that, or the other. You just got to find your own way and step out of it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you know what? Like, deadlifts don't work for me. Or I love to go deadlift. I love to raise them up and pick things up and put them down. All that kind of stuff. Put the cookie down. No, all that kind of, I'm sorry, like I said, man, if I'm getting you smiling, I'm doing something right. A smile's made in the mind, it's divine, and whenever you're doing that, you're always shining at your best light. And, like I'm saying here, with being persistent and your, deadlifts and all that kind of thing, like, if it feels right to you, that's what you got to do. But I know that there's other ways of, increasing testosterone and human growth hormone. And there's ways of just doing it with, the magic within. And like super edging and Kegels and all this exercise, essentially is what's creating it anyways. Because my, what I go with is, I go off of how I feel. And with deadlifts and squats and all that kind of thing, and I preached this before in some of my other videos, like you can talk to bodybuilders, power lifters alike, and they're going to all tell you, one of the same things. And when you squat and you do all these deadlifts, where's your penis going? It's like usually it goes inward like a turtle. And to me, this is it doesn't make sense with, my BCC message here, because we're all about, having a huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, dropping at the pecs, making you your best. And if you're squatting and it's going in like a turtle, it just doesn't make sense to me about, raising testosterone, because I feel like it needs to be flowing to get yourself growing. So you always, you can write that down. That always makes sense to me. I always be flowing, so I'm always growing. And when you're going with that, it's a beautiful thing to just realize that you have the power of choice. You have the power to utilize these beliefs to work for you. Because yes, deadlifts, squats, they do raise testosterone, but the way I feel it, not for me. And I do other things that I really feel like they charge my chi. And me, I do a whole bunch of Tao practices and beliefs, the Wu Wei flow, the path of least resistance, and of course charging that chi. And when you listen to the Sexpert Montauk Chi, he'll tell you all about his charts, about why you should go, wait X amount of days before you release your load. Some of you guys might call it the no-fap mode, and yes, we are here in November, and some people might be jumping onto the no-nut November or whatever, but to me, it's just always charging your chi anyways, and that's where my belief is. It's not really about, going the whole month or whatever. And sometimes, maybe it's been like I've been to a point where it's been, weeks at a time. And I try not to count days or whatever, but I mean, there's been a long period of time before I, ejaculate a load. And when you're charging your chi up, you really get to see how, it's powerful, and how this stuff is what charges your testosterone. It's what makes you like virile. It's what makes you like, it's essentially what makes you, a man. And when you're doing this, you get to utilize, your power, because chi is energy. And write that down. That ain't even like just me that, says that, because chi is it's a motion for energy. And when you're charging your chi in the sea of semen retention, you're going to understand that this is a beautiful thing. And I'm not talking about just like, looking away and you got all these people, these, I'm a superhero and you're not going to look at porno or whatever. That's not for me, all right? That's not for me to get in your way, because I really believe that you can utilize masturbation for manifestation, and you don't have to, get all lost in other people's, documentation and proclamation or whatever. I don't even know if that was a real word, but it just felt like I felt really intrigued, and it just felt inclined to say that for some reason. But all I'm saying is, if you're getting lost and looking at porno all day and it's stopping you from being you, that's where we evaluate on what you gotta do. But I mean, come on, if it's something that's making you feel happy and you're feeling good, then that's putting you where you need to be, and that's all part of the divine intervention of what we are in this life while we're here. And when we're going with that type of attitude, I'm just telling you is that, you can utilize, masturbation, porno, all that stuff, and a beautiful, delightful testosterone charge, and give you everything that you need. Because I mean, like what are we getting at here? Like, you're gonna go squat and break your back, or you're gonna go jerk off and make yourself grow? And I that was really egoic of what I just said, because you know what, people are doing deadlifts right, and I'm saying that you're doing beautiful things tonight. And where I'm going with that is, all truths are true. You just got to find the ones that make you. So if you want to go squat and deadlift and all that, that's a beautiful thing. But I'm just telling you to charge your chi anyways, and that's something that you should really look into. At least give it a shot. And when we're talking about that whole no fap stuff, I feel like it's use it or lose it, but it's more or less getting yourself to the edge. And that's where edging and super edging, where I'm talking, I'll give you a quick analogy because I haven't done it in a minute, you know, and I really love to do it either way. And when we're talking about that super edging, it's when you get that huge piece of meat, throbbing the apex, making it its best. And you, like, you know, I always got to really reiterate this. I don't know how many guys out there, if you're not aware of how hard you are, if that thing ain't throbbing hard, where you can like support weights on it and hold a towel on it, and I'm talking that it's the absolute best, then you ain't hard. And when people talk about blue balls, if you're not here, don't even be thinking about blue balls. This should be the last thing on your mind is a blue balls. If you're not ripping your jeans, planting a circus tent up in them, you know, in your pants or whatever, then you have no right, in my opinion, to be even thinking about what blue balls is, because, you know, like I say, blue balls is a myth. But of course, you know me, I've gone many hours and I had to put ice on my balls because everybody's got a threshold. But either way, I'm just shaking up this thing right here to make one more point while you're thinking about that. Think about this. When you got this thing throbbing as hard as you possibly can and you're pulling on the head of it to make it even bigger, that's when you are super edging and you're able to make, you know, have some super growth. And when you have that flow of when you're about to explode and you don't, and you take that load and you put it back up into you, you're going to utilize it to put it into your muscles. You're going to put it where it needs to be, because Tao practice beliefs will say that it's the healing orgasm. So write that one down, the healing orgasm. People actually move it up throughout their body, into their lungs, into their kidneys, and they, you know, they have real, you know, connectivity with their body. And that is the magic of what chi, semen retention is all about. So that's why I utilize it for, you know, raising testosterone. You know, it's one of my great practices. And there's other ways, of course. I show you how to yell without screaming, because all this stuff is all correlated to making you just that maniac of a man that you gotta be. Because, you know, this ain't mine. You train insane or you remain the same. And, you know, that's why you gotta do things to have some fun, man. Shake it up, man. You know, if you want to go scream at someone, you know, of course, like I say, you always gotta come with that love. I mean, you know, you can go scream at a train, and I show you how to do it without even doing it. And maybe I'll just do it for one more time just because it's fun, and I've been doing it the past couple of days, and I'm getting ready to go to the gym anyways. So when we're coming with that love, you know what, since I got the heart up, I'm going to at least tell you my matrix hack of what I really intend on all you guys to do whenever you see somebody out there, whenever you see somebody on the phone, or hear somebody on the phone, see somebody on the TV, even somebody you might be neutral about or may not like. You know, just intend on that person to have a beautiful day and go along your way. Just intend on them to feel love in some kind of way. Just intend on them to feel beautiful today. And when you're doing that, you're really doing it for you, because the universe is a mirror. And whenever you're spreading that love, it always comes back to you. And that's where we're going with that. So every time you're out there and, you know, I really feel like you're going to change the world for the better. You're giving yourself purpose. You have purpose regardless, but let's create beautiful thought bubbles and just put them out there where everybody can just walk into them, because if all thoughts are things anyways, let's develop beautiful things. And I feel like we are all creators either way. And even if you think that you ain't got a creation bone in your body or whatever, that's something that you should really just step out of your own way and be like, you know what? I'm at least going to create a beautiful thought today. And when you're doing that, you are doing something magic, you are doing something divine, and you are doing what we were really intended on doing the whole time anyways. If time is even existent, if this is all just one big dream, if this is all just one big machine, if this is all just one big who knows what, we're here to have some fun, spread some love, and we're doing something right. And like I said, before I go here tonight, I'm going to give that one last show of just how to scream without actually, you know, projecting the sound. And it's nice to get real wild real quick. And this is a great testosterone hack. And being persistent is what it's all about. into your manifestation of everything that you need to be. So every day, before you just stay in your own practice of doing what you got to do. You ain't got to get lost into like, I have to do this no matter what, no matter what. But you got to, you're going to be persistent to the ways of the growth. And that's what this really all comes down to, what it all comes down to tonight. Just staying persistent with your own flow. And there's always going to be ways that you can make yourself grow, and you ain't got to do the things of what everybody's doing every minute of the way. You find your way, step out of your own way, and you're going to see beautiful things happen. That's what being persistent is all about, and it's going to definitely manifest in a huge amount. So I'll show you before I go that scream out of control without actually projecting the sound, and if you have the ability to actually do it, then, go scream at someone in the woods or outside. But, if you're somebody that's got to just get it out there and charge yourself up, this is a great quick hack before we go and say peace. So I'll show you it real quick. And as you see, I'm getting that pump going. You don't need weights because you are your own resistance. Don't forget that the pump is made in the mind. It's the mind body muscle connection. I really love showing that. I'm excited to go to the gym. Whenever you need to scream at someone, you just want to really just charge that chi up, go out and you get that blood flowing, you get yourself growing, and you get yourself ready. You see what I'm doing? I'm not even screaming, but the whole body language of just that motion of being an animal, like you're going to just, eat somebody or whatever. It's what really does it. And this is a true technique, correlated to my beliefs and the other people that will see what they can achieve, and this is something that's worth a shot. So whenever you want to feel like you're gonna scream, then shout and just pretty much just make a mountain crumble. You don't even need to make your voice fumble. So listen to this real quick. You pump it up and you go. And look, I apparently had a little spit come out, but you know what? That's what's gonna happen. I mean, you're gonna look like a maniac. If you freeze frame that would have been something to see. Either way, be persistent. Look at that pump. Just from screaming, sitting in that chair naked, I get more pump than what people are doing chasing after in a gym. And look, I don't got to snort for it, jib a vein for it. All I got to do is look within, and that's what I'm telling you to do, man. Look within. Find that animal. Be persistent, and it's a beautiful thing. So with that, got my breath going, man. I got the blood flowing again. I feel beautiful. I just want, I intend on you guys to spread some love today. I intend on you guys to feel beautiful today. I intend on you guys to feel beautiful, spread love, feel that we're magic, feel the magic, spread the magic, feel divine, look inside, and spread love along the way, man, because you guys are beautiful. I love you guys. If you guys need any more help, if you guys want some serious, one-on-one, I'm here for you. I can design programs that can help you manifest the best. So you're gonna want to hit me up in that BCC. It's up there. Hit me up on the social media. I got my bear and my wolf, my cat C, taking care of the neighborhood. Of course, you gotta listen to Rocky Balboa like he always says. No bell. So make sure you ring the bell. I'm putting content out daily. Make sure you do the right thing for, Arthur Fonzarelli. So I say, hey, give me the thumbs up like. I really appreciate that. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. Make sure you go get yourself a pump tonight. Make sure you feel something beautiful, you know what I mean? And anytime you're smiling, you're doing something right. So always take care of you. Do something for yourself. You're doing something for the universe. Create them beautiful thought bubbles, and I'll definitely be seeing you around. I love you guys, and all I gotta say is I'll be seeing you next time. So peace.